Hey guys, first things first is moisturizing my skin, just really working that into my face. Now I'm going to go in with the micro pencil by Morphe in the shade Latte, just to lightly fill in my brows. Then I'm going to clean that up with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Light Ivory. Next, I'm just going to cover my lids with some Morphe Translucent eyeshadow base to prepare for this beautiful shadow Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. First, going in with the shade Love Handles with more of a tapered blending brush, just really working that into my crease. Using that same brush, next we're going to be using the shade Homebody, just to really define that crease even more. Now we're just going to blow that out with the shade No Joke. Next, with more of a tapered crease brush, I'm going to be going in with the shade G Money, and I'm going to start creating that outer V. Now I'm just going to be cleaning up those edges. Going back into the OG Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to be using the shade Soda Pop. Next, I'm just cutting my crease with the shade 2 P. Louise Primer Base. Next, I'm going to be using a flat shader brush. I'm going to spray it before I apply the shade Talia all over my lid. But the reason I like to spray the brush beforehand is to give more of a foiled effect with the shadow. Just going to be lining my lid with a Morphe Felt Tip Liner in the shade Ink. And I'm going to be taking the shade Temptress to smoke out that outer V even more from that liner that we created. Bring it back. Taking some mascara just to coat my lashes to prepare myself for the lashes that we're going to be putting on. These are just some beauty supply store lashes that I had gotten. I will definitely link those down below if you guys are interested in knowing which ones I did use. Now for my face concoction, using the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil, a Wet n Wild matte primer, and also the Danessa Myricks Illuminating Veil in the shade Radiance. I'm going to apply this all over my face before we go in with the OG True Morphe Fluidity foundation. And I'm just going to buff that into my face. All the brushes that I use, I'm going to link them down below so you guys can know exactly which brush I use at which time. Bring it back. Next, using that same concealer that I use in my brows, which is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Light Ivory, I'm just going to start highlighting my face. I'm going to blend that out with the highlighting contour sponge by Morphe. Next, going to be using a black oval foundation stick in the shade Nutmeg to create my contour. And I'm just going to be blending that out with a flat kabuki brush. also with a e.l.f. concealer brush to blend out my nose contour. Now using a smaller highlighting contour sponge by Morphe, I'm going to be packing on the Beauty Bakerie loose powder in the shade Translucent. I don't really care to bake just because I do have dry skin. I kind of just like to let it sit on my face for a little bit, and then I'll dust it off using the same powder all over my face. Next, using the 8L Lo-Fi Highlight and Contour Palette by Morphe, I'm going to be going in with the shade Donut first to bronze my face. And then with a contour brush, I'm going to be going in with the shade Debutante just to really define that contour that we already did earlier. And then taking that same sponge from the powder earlier just to cut underneath that contour. Going back in with the shade Homebody underneath the eye, also with the shade G Money. And then I felt like it could be a little bit defined more, so I just added some black liner just to smoke it out just a little bit more, not too much though. Now for my inner corner, I wanted more of a pop of yellow, so I used that same shade, No Joke, in the inner corner, and I also added the shade Talia that we use all over the lid, just to create more of a full yellow. Now just lining my lips with the shade Vibes by Morphe. And going in with the liquid lip Taunt by Morphe as well. Just gonna set my face with the Morphe Continue Setting Mist before I go in with the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics The Flare Palette using the shade Glow Up. And that's gonna be it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Love you. Bye.